Find a mistake and correct these sentences. As you finish the test, I'll explain you the mistakes and give you the correct answers. Read these sentences carefully and find the mistake. Condition for this quiz is that we cannot change the position or the form of the words or verbs printed in the bold form. Are you ready to start? May I remind you the rule once again? You cannot change the position or the form of the words or verbs printed in the bold format. Note: 10 seconds to read the question and 10 seconds to answer. Level of difficulty in this quiz is intermediate. Let's start. Question number 1. Question number 2. Question number 3. Question number 4. Question number 5. Question number 6. Question number 7. Question number 8. Question number 9. Question number 10. That is the end of the test. The quiz sentences are from the following topics of grammar: simple statement patterns, negative openings. Let's discuss them in detail. Simple statement pattern, what does it mean? It means that our sentence is to start with the subject followed by auxiliary, means helping verb, then principal verb or main verb, whatever you call it, and then an object if it is needed or required. So this is the way we make simple statement. So before a subject, if there is a word or a group of words, if they give positive meanings, the meanings are very important. For example, here in the start of a sentence which is given in black, that is do, and do of course is a positive and its negative is don't. So here do is used, so this is a positive expression. Therefore the part of the statement which is in blue, it should not carry an auxiliary before I. We cannot say where do I work in this sentence. As a separate statement, where do I work is a question that is possible, but when it becomes the part of a sentence that has a structure like this, which is given here in this example, so do is not possible before the subject I. So our correct sentence is, do you know where I work? For emphasis, if somebody would like to use an auxiliary or the helping verb with the second subject I, then do can be used after the subject I, where I do work, like this. In this sentence, one more thing you are to note, that we have used not in the first part of the statement. Do you not know? Even this use of negative expression in the first part of the statement, but this negative is used after the subject you. Therefore we cannot once again use auxiliary before I. It can be used after the subject I in the second part of the statement, which is given in the blue color. So do you not know where I do work? Or we can say, do you not know where I work? Both ways, that is an acceptable option, but putting an extra auxiliary after the subject I, that is do, it is for emphasis, for stress pattern. This is yet another statement. It has to follow the same rule of simple statement pattern. Does he know which dish I cook the best? We cannot say which dish do I cook the best. Normally people use a sentence like this, which dish do I cook the best, when it is a part of some other statement. As an independent sentence, it is possible, but it is not possible when it falls within a sentence. Does he know which dish I cook the best? And this understanding of simple statement would go very clear when we talk about the next topic, which is negative opening pattern. It is almost opposite to this simple statement pattern. What happens in negative opening? Something like this. In day-to-day conversation, you might have heard people saying, for example, if we say, he says in response to a certain question or a statement, I don't know. And somebody else, maybe his wife, replies. She smashes his indifferent attitude by saying, neither do I. Now, this use of neither in the start is a negative expression. Therefore, auxiliary do is coming before I. But note one thing, that after I it is a full stop. It is not a question mark. So this is because of the negative opening statement, which is almost opposite to simple statement pattern. Let's have some more example. Negative opening pattern sentences follow question pattern. Question pattern means that there is a negative opening, of course, as we said, in the start of a sentence. Then before the subject, helping verb is to be used, and if helping verb itself has not with it, means as a negative word, then of course we have to have a question pattern in the statement as it follows. Then after the subject is the main verb and then an object. Let's look at an example. Don't you know? Here this auxiliary don't is itself negative, so we are carrying do, which is given in the red color before the subject I. So that is the statement we make. Don't you know where do I work? So here do has to come before the subject I in the second part of the statement, as it is underlined. Another sentence, doesn't he know which dish do I cook the best? Because this sentence is also starting with a negative expression doesn't, so which is of course in the start for a question sake, but we have to have an auxiliary do before the subject I in the second part of the statement, which is a clause, of course, right? And it is now underlined with red color. So here we have to have a question pattern, because the negative opening is opposite to simple statement pattern, and these both sentences are ending with the question mark, and this question mark is not because of these two what we call auxiliaries, which are in red color, but that is because of the auxiliaries that are used in the start of these two sentences. Let's look at the next sentence. Now this is not starting with any question word, but it is starting with not only. So many people use not only after the subject. He is not only, or a sentence like this, but we can use the way we like different words. So if we want to put not only in the start of a sentence, then it's a negative beginning, it's a negative start of a sentence. So we have to change the verb into an auxiliary and the main verb. Of course, after the subject he, it is eat now, but if it is the actual verb, it, as it was in the question, it was ate, which is the second form of eat. So when we change ate into a verb and its auxiliary, so it changed into did eat, and did has to come before the subject he. Not only did he eat the pizza, but also drank the soda. So this is a question pattern now that is underlined with red color. So it indicates that this is a negative opening. That's why we are having this question pattern. Not even once have these men of our team succeeded in inventing new tools. Now this have, which is indicated in red color, is before the subject, because the sentence is starting with a negative expression, not even once. It means not even once means that it has not happened, even not a single time, right? So not even once have these men of our team succeeded in inventing new tools. And if you look at these two sentences, this the last one and the one before, not only did he eat the pizza but also drank the soda, both are ending not with a question mark. Even we are having a question pattern, because these question patterns are not for the sake of question, but that is for the negative opening. Therefore one is ending with full stop and the second is with exclamation mark. So let's look at another example. Only after food is dried. So look at these 5 words and try to explore out what do they mean. Of course, they mean a negative an expression, because the person is expressing a sense of surprise that there is only one way to dry out the food, there is no other way possible to store food for winter consumption. Only after food is dried, it means no other way, only we have to dry it out. So this is a negative expression, so that's why can is coming before it. Otherwise, if it is not starting with a negative expression, it can be stored for winter consumption. But now because of negative expression in the start, only after food is dried can it be stored for winter consumption. This is the way we make question pattern, as we are having negative opening or negative start of a sentence. So I hope the topic is clear. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and also subscribe this channel for better understanding, and also push this bell. Thank you very much. Bye.